Well, hello friends, John, your whiskey neighbor here. Welcome to my backyard. It's I'm still on holidays, so it's Friday, but it's kind of in the afternoon, and I thought I haven't recorded something in a little while, so I'd like to share with you guys my thoughts on a very affordable blended Scotch. This will be my thoughts on Teacher's Highland Cream.
3, 4.
Thanks for staying with me through the break. I want to talk about this bottle of blended Scotch before it runs away on me. This Teacher's Highland Cream, bottled at 40%. It is a blend of both malt and grain whiskeys. Used to be a real favorite of mine. I used to buy this, and I mean years back, before I really kind of became very interested in unique single malts or whatnot. Back when it would just like, oh, have a Scotch, and I liked a little bit of peat in here. I haven't had it for a long time. Then Mark Whiskey Whistle reviewed it, and there was a comment on his channel. And the guy had just a phenomenal story. You should really go check it out. Of course, watch Mark's video, but you should also check out the comments. A fellow tells a story of his journey with Teachers, and it's worth a read. It's really quite moving. Teachers, as I said, it's 40%. It is grain and malt whiskeys. It does say on the back, though, that it has a high percentage of malt from Ardmore. So that's nice to know that it tells you where it's from. That's good. And, I think, as I said, the bottle presents well, and, it's really, really affordable. In Alberta, at least. It is almost a steal. Let's see what we get on the whiskey itself. Definitely malt notes. Sweet honey comes up. I can get a little bit of an earthiness that must be hinting it toward a peat. But mostly a sweet vanilla honey with a earthy, bit of grainy quality. It's not bad. It's an okay nose. See how it tastes. It's not bad. It's actually fairly delicate. Peat comes up pretty strong, actually, in the palate for me. It's a little bit sour. It has a little bit of a sour olive note for me, which I've had in a few bottles. I think Glenfiddich Fire and Cane was one of them. That surprised me because I don't remember that, right? I used to have it. I've never talked about it being soured, but now I kind of get that. Kind of an off sour. But it is still full of that honey sweetness. Now, on camera, I don't do a lot of watering, but I have to say the palate on this one on the own has disappointed me this round, and it has been years since I've had this bottle. And I was disappointed. I don't mind the honeyed sweetness. I love peat. I really love peat, but the peat in this one just didn't really move me, and it seems to really be missing a smoked, charred, that kind of quality. It's more very vegetable, which I'm okay with, but it wasn't doing well. So then I was talking to cousin Brad. Brad said, Ralphie said you have to put water in it. Now, Ralphie, if he says you got to put water in it, you got to put water in it. You just have to. So I put some water in, even it's 40%. You're like, really? The nose becomes a little bit spicy. Not spicy like, whoa, but it perks. Definitely perks up. The nose moves off just sweetness and expresses a little bit of oak. Nose is better with water. Let's try the palate. Now it's earned its name, Highland cream. With some water in there, it's pretty creamy. It feels good in the mouth. The sourness has backed off. And I'm left with a pretty sweet, creamy, gently wood spice, little oak spice. And there's some peat that can almost come off as a salty, I know it's not seed peat, but it's almost that briny, which isn't a sour. Maybe that was the kind of the olive. So, not really a shocker. Ralphie, again, is completely right. So is Cousin Brad. Even though this sits at 40%, adding water helps this dram a lot. I think this dram is not going to turn any heads. I think it's not going to make you a peat lover if you've never had peat before. In fact, I'd caution if you've never had peat thinking this is how peat should be, because I feel it's missing a few dimensions that I like in peat, and leaving just the edges of the medicinal edge that maybe comes across not positively. So don't use this as your only understanding of peat, but it's affordable. You splash it with water, it's very drinkable. So it really doesn't critically get off the mat. It's just one of those average, slightly better than average, 3-star. I wanted to give it so much more, and many people really like this blend. And no disrespect, this is always just my thoughts, and for some reason my palate just can't embrace this bottle like I used to. Having said that, I'm clearly embracing this bottle like I used to. It's still so affordable that with some water, it's a nice creamy dram, and I've actually been enjoying it here in summer heartily. Probably not with beautiful steaks, but certainly if I'm just barbecuing some hamburgers for the family, it's a nice dram to have. You guys have a great summer. I hope you're having a great summer. We'll catch you on the next review.